As we come to the end of Advent and begin our preparations for Christmas, I want to highlight one of the particular teachings of our Lord Jesus Christ. He taught us to love our enemies, to do good to those who persecute us. The world over the last 2 weeks has given us many opportunities to put this teaching into practice. And why is it that we have such a hard time with this teaching? I think it's because we haven't fully converted to our Lord Jesus Christ. Let me explain. Most men have turned their back on God and upon the church, and they look out to the world and they see the darkness. They see the anger, the death, the destruction, and all of those things that men can create from hearts that have become stony and cold. But if we convert, if we turn our backs to the world and look to God, we see there the light and the joy and the love, the hope, the opportunity for such good. We still hear the voices of the men who look to the world. We hear them all over the media, maybe within our own families, maybe even within our own self. But that is an indication that we have not yet completely converted our hearts to God. This is the time when we wait in the darkness and in the silence for the coming of the light, which is our Lord Jesus Christ. We who are traditional Catholics will experience this at midnight mass. And that experience will only have meaning if we are looking to God and we have our back turned to the world. God is our hope. God is our truth. God is our life. God is the source of our faith and the end of our faith. And God himself is charity. If we turn our back upon God and upon the church, then we turn our back upon truth and upon goodness and upon hope. But all we need to do is use our freedom to turn back to him, to see the things that he wishes us to see, to know the things that he has revealed to us. I stand here by the statue of St. Francis and our Lord. St. Francis began his life in the world. He was focused on the world. But then he turned his back on the world and looked towards God, and he never turned back. And he stands here in this statue, reaching up to Christ and Christ reaching down to him. There you see conversion. There you see a man focused upon God and God alone. You and I are called also by God to turn our backs to the world and to turn towards the light, which is Christ. And then, having turned, to never turn back. This is the joy, this is the hope that the Christmas message of God's divine revelation, the proclamation of his gospel, is. If you find yourself in darkness, if you find yourself being overwhelmed by the news of the world, then convert. Turn back to God. And there you will find the gospel good news, the good proclamation of the redemption and the love of God. And then never turn back.